Hi class, I've already had some questions about the synthesis writing assignment, so I wanted to take a couple minutes and explain this paper. It's confusing and a little bit tricky, but once you get it organized and kind of figured out, I think it gets a little bit easier. So I pulled up the synthesis assignment sheet, and I think that helps. So the paper itself is organized around an issue question. So let's say your topic has been homeschooling. You're going to ask an essential issue question, and this question is actually really important. You've created one before a couple lessons ago, probably 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I can't quite remember, and you submitted it in a text box, and I gave some feedback on those issue questions, but your issue question is actually going to be the focus of this paper and your final paper. In this paper, you're going to look at the way two articles answer your issue question, and in the final paper, you're going to come up with a claim that answers your issue question supported by research. And so I think the first and most important part is to really evaluate your issue question. What is it that you're asking about homeschooling or two-parent households or Google and the internet, right? Like, what is the question? So if we were thinking of homeschooling and my issue question was something like, how do the benefits of homeschooling outweigh or do the benefits of homeschooling outweigh those of a traditional school? And then I'm going to find two sources that answer that question in a different way. So they don't necessarily have to agree with each other. In fact, I think it's better if they don't, if they're sort of just two different perspectives. So maybe one article is all about the benefits of socialization, and the other is all about the level of, like, the amount of education. So they answer in two separate ways. And then what you'll do is you'll first summarize the way the two texts answer the issue questions, and then you'll basically kind of compare and contrast them and come to your own decision about what the benefits of homeschooling are over traditional schooling, or something similar to that. And so I think this paper description really helps, right? You're organized around an issue question, you'll summarize the two texts, and you'll engage them in your own answer to the issue question. So here in the paper description, it talks about how you need to find two articles that diverge in the way they answer the issue question. So that would be the first thing you're finding. And it could be the article you used on your research paper, your analysis paper. It could be two totally new sources that you found in the course of your research. Remember, part of your assignment is to find 4 news sources for lesson 21. So it could be some of those. It's totally up to you. And then you can see here in the paper organization what you're going to be working on. So you're going to introduce the articles and the issue, culminate in a main claim where you state how the two authors answer the issue question differently, and then you craft a claim saying, so it would be something like, although author A claims this about homeschooling, author B claims this about homeschooling, the actual idea is, or the actual benefit is this. So it's like, person A thinks this, person B thinks this, I think this, and that's how your claim will look. Then you'll summarize, and then you'll spend the bulk of the paper saying, what do the two texts teach us? Where do they come together? What are their differences? What new ideas have you found from these texts? So kind of tricky, and I'll show you some examples later on in the week, but hopefully that helps. This right here, sorry about that. This is lesson 19, and this tells you to work on an outline, and I think that's really helpful as you're considering what to do with the essay. So you have the two authors, and then your answer to the issue question, which becomes your main claim, and then what you're exploring here. Draw on examples from both texts to develop and explore your answer to the issue question and support your main claim. And then this is really important. This section should clearly demonstrate a new understanding and draw on both texts. So you get to reference both texts, but also your own thoughts as well. Last paper was all about being critical about the writing of an article. In this in this paper, you're actually going to be dealing with your topic. So I hope that helps. If it doesn't, send me questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. I'm grading your papers right now, so I should be around and online. All right, thanks, class.